Well met adventurers, I am the Dungeon Master, and I bid thee welcome to this brand new Let's Play of Steins, a visual novel game that was originally released back in 2009 by Majors, 5BP and Nitro Plus, and re-released on Steam in 2016, 7 years later. Steins has also received a manga adaptation, a 26-episode anime series by Funimation, and a drama CD series. It has also received an alternate series in the form of Steins Zero, which has a visual novel game released originally in 2015, but is receiving a Steam re-release in about roughly 2 days, I believe. And also an anime series is being produced and released this year. I believe 4 episodes of Steins Zero are now available for anyone's perusal. But we're going to be going through the classic Steins adventure before we traverse through the myriad events of Steins Zero. Now, I stumbled upon Steins via another anime series which has been a favourite of mine in recent passing, which is Mirai Nikki, otherwise known as The Future Diary. Now the reason I know that is that because concerning Mirai Nikki's final episodes, I noticed that quite a few people on the internet made comparisons of sorts to another series, which is of course Steins saying that Steins did certain things better than Mirai Nikki did. Now while I am almost certainly prepared to concede that point, I will mention here and now that I believe that comparison between Steins and Mirai Nikki to be somewhat unfair, as even though certain elements within both series do overlap with each other, Steins explores all that in a far more detailed, immersive way than Mirai Nikki does, because in Mirai Nikki's case, those elements are more of a subplot rather than the focus of the main story. And that's my 2 cents on this. I will mention that this lovely theme music here that you hear in the main menu is actually in the Steins anime. I should also mention that there is a movie in the form of the Lode region of Deja Vu, which is kind of an ending to the main story of Steins Now, I will be playing this from start to finish, and as this is a visual novel game, I will mention that there are multiple endings that one can reach throughout the story of Steins For this particular Let's Play, I'm going to try and do the best I can to get the true ending, which requires 6 specific flags that can be triggered throughout the story of Steins Alternatively, I could go for one of the other 5 endings. There are a total of 6 in total, but I'm going to go for the true ending, because that is the, well, what is written on the box. It's the true ending of Steins And it'll be a fitting conclusion before I embark on the eventual Let's Play of Steins Zero to help round out this adventure series. Now, as this is a visual novel, this is going to be a rather lengthy LP series for me, but it is certainly an intriguing one. I should mention here and now before I start that that unfair comparison between Steins and the Future Diary that I briefly mentioned did originally colour my initial impressions of the Funimation anime. However, I let some time pass, and I eventually got around to judging Steins on its own merits, and can conclude that not only is it a great adventure story, it is also, the anime is fantastic. The anime is certainly incredible, to say the least. Before we begin, I should reveal that I have been playing this game prior to this recording. I do regret not starting from scratch. As you can see, I have already unlocked about over half of the achievements available on Steam, including the very first achievement, which is the choice of Steins Gate, which one unlocks by playing the game, by starting the game no less. And that is what we shall do, adventurers, so I shall leave you here for the time being and let you listen to the rather cryptic introduction to Steins Gate. So I'm going to turn the microphone off here and let you all watch the intro. So without further ado, let us play Steins Gate.
全ては偶然だ。だがその偶然はあらかじめ決められていた世界の意志でもあった。俺はイカれてなどいない。至って正常だ。ここでは真実を語っているんであって、断じて中二病の妄想なんかじゃない。きっかけはほんの些細なことだとしても、それが未来の大きな流れを決定づけてしまうこともある。バタフライ効果という言葉を知っているか？知らないなら調べるのだ。それぐらいの慎重さが求められているのだということを理解しろ。残念ながら俺は慎重じゃなかった。自分の愚かさを分かっていたらあいつを失うことになんてならなかった。未来をこんな形にしてしまうなんてこともなかった。分かるはずがないだろう。その瞬間の自分の手に人類全ての運命を決定づけるような重大なターニングポイントのスイッチが握られているなんていうことは分かるはずがないんだ。考えてもみるがいい。普段の人間の知覚は 99% が遮断されている。人は自分で思っている以上に愚鈍な生き物なんだよ。普段の生活の中に埋もれている何気ないことなど気にも留めないし、知覚したとしてもすぐに忘れるか脳が処理をしないかのどちらかなんだ。あの時の俺に言ってやりたい。迂闊なことをするなと、軽率なことをするなと、見て見ぬふりをするなと、もっと注意を払えと。陰謀の魔の手は思った以上にずっと身近にあって、いつでもお前を陥れようと手ぐすね引いているのだと。宇宙に始まりはあるか、終わりはない。無限。星にもまた始まりはあるが、自らの力を持って滅びゆく。有限。英知を持つ者こそ最も愚かであるの。歴史からも読み取れる。海に生ける魚は陸の世界を知らない。彼らが英知を持てば、それもまた滅びゆく。人間が光の速さを超えるのは、魚たちが陸で生活を始めるよりも滑稽。これは抗える者たちに対する神からの最後通告とも
言える。ねえねえ、何ブツブツ言ってるの？
And with that rather lengthy introduction, adventurers, we are now in the world of Steins Gate. Please note that I actually had to turn the volume of the game down a lot so that the microphone wouldn't be drowned out by the game's audio, and I also making sure that my voice doesn't drown out the game as well. If there is some audio discrepancies, please don't hesitate to leave a comment or two. But if this is, I'm pretty sure this is alright. I've done a sound check before, and I'm pretty sure the audio is not cancelling each other out, so hopefully that goes well. Anyway, here we are, standing in the middle of a Japanese street. There's someone talking to us, and we are apparently on our phone, a rather nifty looking cell phone here. This is important. There's no sound from the phone against my right ear, only silence. And if you didn't already notice from the conversation a second ago, there is voice acting in here. Don't quote me on that, but I do believe that the original Japanese cast from the sub-anime of Steins have been doing the voice acting for this game. Or is it the other way around? I don't know. But I can see a sign up here, Akihabara Station. So the town we're in is Akihabara. That's good to know. I'm baking in the summer sun, which explains the sound of cicadas in the background. And also there is the sound of many people here. Sweat slowly slides down my chin and drips onto the asphalt.
Okari, ne ba.
We appear to be interrupted by a young girl, who is 16 by the way. Ignore her youthful anime appearance. It's a running joke that people in anime look far younger than their age actually suggests. Now, having watched the Steins Gate anime first, it took me a while to get used to the art style of the visual novel. However, after some time has passed, I have actually gotten used to the rough anime style you see, the rough drawing style you see here. So apparently, us, the currently as yet faceless protagonist, our name is Okari, apparently. The girl is standing in front of me. She calls my name with an inquisitive tilt of her head. We are about to infiltrate deep into enemy territory. Yet, despite the imminent risk of death, there is no hint of tension on her innocent, childlike features. I cover my phone's mouthpiece and turn to the girl with an index finger to my lips. And we still don't know this girl's identity because her name is obscured by question marks. That will change. I nod and put my phone back to my ear. Still no sound from the other side. My contact is wise to maintain silence. The whole area could be bugged. Probably because the screen is off, or maybe, and this is just a wild theory that I'm throwing out there, maybe the phone isn't on at all, which is a great security measure.
こちらの話だ。問題ない。これより会場に潜入する。
Apparently we are talking to somebody. And note the name down here, Rintaro, which is different from the name Okari. Probably the girl's nickname for Rintaro. Still no reply. Looks like they just want my report, and apparently we're planning to infiltrate somewhere. It's too dangerous to waste time talking here anyway.
ああ、ドクター中鉢は抜け駆けました。たっぷりとその考えについて聞かせてもらうつもりさ。
So apparently we're interested in a man by the name of Dr. Nakabashi, who, judging from the name, appears to be a scientist or researcher of some point, which probably explains Rintaro's interest in him.
何？機関が動き出しているだと。
The organization is already on the move. Now, notice that the words organization are highlighted in red text, and because if I had played this from scratch without having played it before, icon would pop up with the words new tip. If we go to the menu here by right-clicking and go to tips, we can go to we can see which tips actually come up here in great detail. The organization is the organization, nothing more, nothing less. Its formal name is something else, but even uttering that name is a death wish. For that reason, all who know of its existence call it simply the organization. Rather cryptic and vague, to be sure. And I will mention that I will not be looking at a lot of these tips. In fact, this will be the only one that I'll be looking at, because it is rather tedious to read them all out. So we're just going to roll out. I open my eyes wide to match my shocked tone. The girl turns towards me in surprise. Perhaps this Dr. Nakabashi is involved somehow with this mysterious organization. I sigh, shaking my head as I rub my temples.
そうか。それがシュタインズゲートの選択か。L、サイ、コングル。
There it is, the choice of Steins Gate, which, as I just showed you before, is the achievement that you unlock for actually starting the game. Also note how he ends his conversation, L, Psi, Conclu. Rather ominous sign-off there, but perhaps there's meaning to that. But then again, we don't know what that meaning is. I speak the parting words, then pocket my cell phone. Steins Gate. Some know it as fate, to others it is the will of God. You can count on one hand the people in this world aware of its true nature. In any case, we should begin the infiltration. I advance to Rintaro, which is just across the street from this train station. So, are we some sort of operative or something? I say this for those who have never played the Steins Gate visual novel before, or seen the anime. Of course, this is enemy territory. I can't just stride through the front door like an average person. I bypass the elevators and escalators and head to the 8th floor by the stairwell. I'm pretty sure we're currently on the 7th floor, but anyway. Oh, never mind. We only make it to the 7th floor before I have to stop and rest.
さっき携帯で誰と話してたの？
Ah, we know the name of the girl, Mayuri, wondering who we're talking about. The girl, Shiina Mayuri, immediately resumes our conversation. She followed me here, all the way here, and she isn't even short of breath. I, on the other hand, am gasping for air with my hands on my knees. Who would have thought an 8-story building would be so tall? Anyone who happened to look outside, I guess? I turn to Mayuri while wiping the sweat off my brow. Climbing 8 flights of stairs will take the wind out of anyone's sails, but unfortunately I was interrupted by Rintaro, who is telling Mayuri, if I told you I have to kill you. Rather cliched line for a secret operative, but to each his own.
そうなんだ。オカリ、ありがとう。
And Mayuri, for some reason, is thanking us, well, thanking Rintaro anyway. As always, she is quick to understand my position. Probably she's not even aware of Rintaro's idiosyncrasies of sorts. We've known each other since we were both little. Mayuri is 16, 2 years younger than me, so she's more like a little sister than a typical childhood friend. I've been looking out for her as long as I can remember. I used to hope that Mayuri might become the key to Steins Gate, but now I've reconsidered. I don't want that terrible fate for her. She should live a normal life. That is my present wish. What sort of ominous fate was Rintaro thinking about? We don't know yet. Anyway, it appears we're moving up to the 8th floor. To Dr. Nakabashi's conference, it would seem. We continue to the 8th floor and enter the assembly hall. In front of us stands a cheap-looking stage with a podium and a sign reading Dr. Nakabashi's Time Machine Press Conference. And if you couldn't already tell, this was a Japanese visual novel game. The words Dr. Nakabashi's Time Machine Press Conference is in Japanese kanji, which I cannot translate, because I never really learned Japanese.
それよりオカリンオカリン
And Mayuri is calling out Okarin's name twice, it would seem. Mayuri insists on calling me Okarin, but it's neither my real name nor my code name. It's just one of those annoying nicknames people use.
マユリよ、いつも言っているだろう。俺のことをオカリンと呼ぶなと。
でも昔からそう呼んでたよ。
Appears that Rintaro despises being called Okarin, even though, as Mayuri says, she's been calling him that for quite a while now. Also, I will apologize for the slight slowness of the text. You can blame that on Bandicam. I certainly will. But
それは昔の話だ。今の俺はホーインキョーマ。世界中の秘密組織から狙われる狂気のマッドサイエンティストだ。
So apparently, Rintaro, or Okarin, believes himself to be, has anointed himself the insane mad scientist Hououin Kyouma. So basically he thinks of himself as Dr. Insano. And for those of you who don't know who Dr. Insano is, well, I won't tell you.
だって難しくて覚えられないし。
Apparently Mayuri cannot remember the name Hououin Kyouma. Exactly what it means is, well, we don't know, but apparently according to Rintaro, it's his true name, apparently.
それに
Or at least
岡部
that's what he
倫太郎と
believes.
一文字も合ってないよ。おかしいね。
Well, at least we now know Rintaro's full name, Okabe Rintaro. And if you take the beginning of each name, Okabe and Rintaro, you get Oka-Rin. So that's basically... so Oka-Rin is an abbreviation of Okabe Rintaro. That's basically what it is. Which is a cute little character trait of Mayuri's. Cecil for his laughter. Okabe Rintaro may be my real name, but I've rejected it, for it is stupid. And so I also hate the derivative Okarin. It sounds like that elf boy's blue pipe thing. I have no idea what this is a reference to whatsoever.
でね、オカリン、教えてほしいんだけど。
Please ask, Mayuri. In one ear and out the other. So apparently she doesn't pay attention to Hououin Kyoma's various outbursts. She's been calling me that for 5 years now, so maybe it's time to give up.
こ
Probably
れ
a
か
good
らここ
idea.
で何が始まるの？
お前はそれも知らずここまで俺についてきたというのか。
That would certainly appear to be the case, Rintaro.
うん。
She nods without dropping her smile.
これからここで始まるのはドクター中鉢の記者会見だ。
We're standing in the assembly hall on the 8th floor of Radai Khan. Not Radai Kun, as I originally said. My mistake. It is here that the conference will be held. Dr. Nakabachi is an inventor. He appears on TV from time to time and has a few patents under his belt, but mostly he is treated as a curiosity.
記者会見？でも記者さんなんて見当たらない気がするよ。
You know, that is actually a very good question, Mayuri. The room appears to be relatively devoid of media presence. Mayuri's right. I've scanned the entire hall, but there is no one who looks like a reputable reporter or cameraman. There are only about 10 of us standing in the hall, including me. Considering Nakabachi's moderate media presence and the fact that he claims to have invented a time machine, I would have expected more.
あるいは機関による何らかの妨害を受けたのかもしれないな。
That could indeed be the case, Rintaro, or it could just be the fact that not many people actually know or care about this press conference. I twist my lips into a sneer. I thought that Nakabachi was like me, a scientist fighting to overthrow the organization. So Okabe is in fact a scientist, insane mad scientist, Hououin Kyouma, according to himself. But this press conference suggests other motives at work. Our enemies won't miss this chance. Nevertheless, I'm interested in what he has to say. That's why I'm here, blowing an afternoon of my precious summer holiday. Mayuri ponders my utterance for a while before finally turning her head.
巻き巻きトカゲ？それを言うならエリ巻きトカゲだね。
And apparently Mayuri thinks we're talking about something completely different. I let out a sigh. Mayuri is known to not only make bad jokes but to laugh at them too. She's always been special.
Mayuri, 気をつけろ。おそらくこの記者会見、何らかの事件が起き。
Appears to be some sort of disturbance in the background. I didn't even finish my sentence. Are we under attack? Are they trying to fry our brains with can't speak there. Are they trying to fry our brains with electromagnetic waves? Dust falls from the ceiling as the floor shakes. So apparently there was some sort of explosion. We're definitely under attack. It's coming from above, but we're on the top floor. All that's above us is the roof.
地震かな？震度 2？ マグニチュード 2？ 震度とマグニチュードってどう違うんだっけ？
Could very well be an earthquake, Mayuri, but I would think that we would still be feeling the effects at this point. But something clearly happened. No time to deal with Mayuri's confusion. Something's not right about this. I bolt out of the conference hall and run up the stairs to the roof, ignoring the no trespassing signs in my way. The door is open. Upon closer inspection, I realize that the lock has been broken. I open the door and see a billowing cloud of black smoke. There's some kind of phosphorant dust sparkling in the air. Oh, I would definitely say that shaking from before was definitely an explosion, Rintaro. I can't believe it. Was there really an explosion? Well, that would explain the shaking. My heart is racing. Damn, I don't know what to do. Should I run away? But why an explosion? Terrorists? No, that doesn't fit. I mean, how do you explain that? And lo and behold, it's the object from the main menu. Some sort of solar-powered machine that appears to resemble possibly a satellite, a space station. But why is it here on the building? And why is it surrounded by glowy lights? The strange machine is sitting in the middle of the roof. It's huge, maybe 3 meters tall, and looks kind of like a satellite. Did that thing cause the shaking just now? I believe so. Who put it here? Was it Dr. Nakabashi? Is this part of his presentation? Could very well be Rintaro. Impossible. Even if that were the case, how the hell would he get it up here? My head is bursting with questions. As I search for the courage to approach the machine, a throng of reporters and building staff bursts onto the rooftop. They look just as confused as I am. And apparently, a woman is telling us to stay back. And then a woman who I assume is a staff member appears to wave us back. That's just what I
記者
said.
会見は予定通り始めますので、もうしばらくお待ちください。
Well, she seems to be a security guard of some kind and she knows about the press conference. But she hasn't said anything about the machine in question. Is she trying to hide something? Her response was unusually quick, almost like she's trying to keep me away from that device.
これは匂う陰謀の匂いだ。何を隠したいんだ。さっきの爆発は何だ。
I believe those are going to be questions for later, Rintaro. I want to know, but I shouldn't risk getting any closer. I turn and leave. But not because I'm scared or anything like that. That is certainly not the case. No, sir. Staff members lead all of us back to the 8th floor. Mayuri is nowhere to be seen. She's not in the event hall either. I find her on the 7th floor. Several capsule toy machines are lined up next to a plate reading The Birth of the Japanese PC. She's gazing upon them with a wistful look. I assume that these are the capsule machines in question. I breathe a sigh of relief, then take out my phone.
俺だ。どうも嫌な予感がする。俺たちが知らないところで何かが起こっているようだ。
I think we've safe to say we've got a very bad feeling about this. Whatever it is.
無茶はしないさ。俺も命は惜しいからな。L、プサイ、コングル。
After I speak the words and hang up, I am able to wipe the sweat from my forehead. My sweat is cold. Half of me hopes that something will happen, the other half fears the same thing. So in a matter of moments, we appear to be in a rather odd situation. What is that satellite? Where did it come from? Is it part of the presentation, or does it have a more ominous significance? As I said before, those are going to be questions for later. So I'm going to end the episode here and now. And when we return, adventurers, we shall see if we can't learn anything from Nakabashi's own press conference. As always, adventurers, until next we meet.